The water in there is barely 6 inches deep. It's the last place you'd expect to find a river monster.
Known as the lungs of the earth, the Amazon jungle is home to an incredible variety of fascinating and dangerous creatures. Have you ever wondered how the jaguar, a cunning predator, uses its planning and precision to take down its prey? Or thought of the sneaky strategies used by venomous snakes like the deadly bushmaster as they attack with lightning speed? The wild jungle displays nature's utmost brutality. Come with us as we witness terrifying battles for survival, dramatic chases, and thrilling escapes as we navigate through the dense vegetation and treacherous waters in these 20 wildest attacks from the Amazon. Number 20. The Black Caiman. The Black Caiman, a strong monster that reigns the Amazon basin's top predator, inhabiting the lakes, slow-flowing rivers, and flooded savannas. These alligators can grow up to 20 feet in length, and their dark color allows them to hide in the murky waters of the Amazon. This perfect camouflage gives it an ideal opportunity to hunt. It can easily ambush unsuspecting prey in the water. Consider coming across this ferocious carnivorous reptile in its domain, a predator at the top of the food chain, capable of annihilating practically every creature that enters its way. Back in 2021, a fisherman's body, which was hijacked previously by pirates, was found being eaten by a 10-foot caiman in the Amazon. And this isn't a rare incident. There were 43 reported black caiman attacks on individuals during a 5-year period. Most of them were reported to be quite fatal. This strikes terror among the local human population too, who live or work on the riverbanks. In 2011, a child was tragically attacked and eaten by a dangerous caiman while bathing in a remote Brazilian river. The local children often prefer to swim in the water rather than using a bathroom, making them vulnerable to the surprise attack. Though 6 children were saved by passing fishermen, the attack was fatal due to the animal's powerful jaws. Hence, it is evident that encounters with the black caiman are always lethal. Number 19. The red-bellied piranha. You must have seen this deadly predator in Hollywood movies having a food frenzy on humans swimming in the sea. These iconic freshwater fish will undoubtedly keep you on the edge of your seat. Piranhas are ferocious predators waiting beneath the calm waters of the Amazon jungle. They have been present for millions of years, with over 20 species wandering the Amazon River and up to 60 in South American rivers and lakes. However, they don't usually represent a substantial threat to humans, but if they are hungry, they will tear and munch down human flesh in no time. Hence, we can't deny that they're one of the Amazon's most dreadful predators. Their overlapping vampire-like upper and lower teeth allow them to sever anything, meat, bone, or vegetation. While piranhas have been known to consume human flesh, deadly encounters are extremely rare. A tragic incident occurred in the year 2015 involving a 15-year-old girl. Her body was found partially eaten by piranhas in Brazil's Maicuru River, highlighting the possible dangers of swimming in their region. The girl, her grandma, and 4 other children were in a boat that sank during a storm. The details of her death are still unknown. It's unclear if the piranhas killed her or dined on her after she drowned. However, another incident was also reported in which at least 8 people were injured in a piranha attack in Brazil. The victims suffered bloody wounds. The fish are said to have torn into their legs at a beach resort in Trauma-Aku, a region to the north of Manaus, a city on the Amazon River. Despite low fatalities, these fish can do some serious damage. Number 18. The majestic jaguar. The incredible jaguar is a real predator that belongs to the cat family. The jaguar, derived from the indigenous word jaguar, which means he who kills with one leap, lives true to its name. It develops from 2 pounds at birth to an average of 120 pounds, with some colossal individuals weighing more than 300 pounds. They are distinguished from leopards by their characteristic rosettes, with smaller spots in the center. Being fast climbers and swimmers, they have the ability to run 50 kilometers per hour and leap 10 feet high. When hunting, they use a different strategy than other large cats. They bite into their prey's skull, shattering bits into the brain. If this isn't frightening, we don't know what is. However, there is more to hunting strategies. They have great camouflaged coats, making it difficult to spot them. They can eat birds, fish, small mammals, rodents, and even caimans, thanks to their exceptional hunting abilities. Jaguars have a diverse diet that includes at least 87 species. While humans aren't usually on their menu, there are incidents of deadly attacks on humans. Chapumeo was once a victim of such an attack. A jaguar surged through the Amazon rainforest and mauled him. His terrified father was too late to shoot an arrow. The jaguar went for his head, tearing his scalp and fracturing his skull. Chapu was already bleeding heavily when his father discharged an arrow into the jaguar. Because of the infection and the leaking spinal fluid, the hospital staff gave him little hope of recovery. The teeth marks on both sides of his forehead made it clearly visible where the jaguar had grabbed him with his jaws. However, he was eventually saved. Number 17. The green anaconda. Anaconda is a terrifying predator that hides in the green waters of the Amazon jungle. The green anaconda, despite being the world's longest and heaviest snake, is non-venomous. It governs the Brazilian Amazon and other sections of South America's swamps, slow-moving streams, and marshes. They strike unsuspecting prey that comes to drink while nearly entirely submerged in water. They suffocate their prey to death within its poisonous coil. Despite the fact that they are not poisonous, their size and constriction force make them dominant predators. While there is little evidence of anacondas devouring humans, these massive snakes have received the name man-eaters due to some deadly human encounters. A similar fatal encounter occurred in Venezuela when a group of scientists attempted to capture an anaconda for research purposes. Unfortunately, one of the researchers was bitten. The anaconda was so massive that it could consume a human in one gulp. The snake's fangs were embedded in the scientist's hand. However, the scientist was smart enough not to pull his hand away. An anaconda's teeth are curled backwards to grip its victim once it bites into it. That's why the scientist had to push his hand deeper into the anaconda's jaws to free his pinned finger. Thank goodness other professionals hurried to his aid, or the anaconda would have constricted and swallowed him. Number 16. Tiny bullet ants. The bullet ant, a tiny but lethal species, crawling in the heart of the Amazon jungle. These are the bugs you should avoid at all costs. Bullet ants, so named because of their intense sting, pack a powerful punch. Their bites can cause extreme pain, making them one of the critters you should avoid at all costs. In fact, the bullet ant ranks first on the Schmidt Sting Pain Index, a scale that measures the severity of insect stings, with a 4+ rating, even higher than the iconic tarantula hawkwasp. Because of how extreme the agony can be, some sufferers have compared it to being shot by a bullet. Once bitten, the victim is doomed to a life of agony, suffering from all-consuming pain that can last for up to 24 torturous hours. To try out the painful sting of these bullet ants, Mr. Peterson of the brave wilderness set out into the Amazon jungle. As he allows the ant to sting, screams of pain are the only thing that follows. The ant plunges its stinger directly into a vein on his left forearm, almost impossible to remove it from underneath his skin. Mr. Peterson is then seen falling to his knees and hyperventilating. He later explains how the venom of the ants could be felt throbbing inside. It was as if he was stabbed by a hot poker. Number 15. The bull sharks. When we dive into the dangerous Amazon waters, we come upon one of the most infamous predators, the bull shark. The bull shark has developed a frightening reputation among specialists due to its aggressive and territorial behavior. As one of the 3 shark species most prone to attack humans, along with great whites and tiger sharks, as it can easily live in both saltwater and freshwater settings, the danger is doubled. The bull shark is a top predator that strikes terror into the hearts of any who go near its domain, measuring 7 to 11 feet in length and weighing up to 700 pounds. It is frequently seen roaming near the Amazon River's borders, particularly in dark areas where it prefers to hunt and feed. The bull shark mostly feeds on fish, but as an opportunistic predator, it has been known to take down larger prey such as birds, river dolphins, and small mammals. Unfortunately, human interactions are not uncommon. In 2023, a bull shark grabbed a 14-year-old boy's right leg who was swimming near Piedade Beach, Brazil. This led to him losing his leg. Another incident took place when André Luis Gomes da Silva was attacked off Milagres. While surfing, the shark grabbed the surfer's left leg. However, he was able to escape and was rushed to the hospital, where surgeons were able to save his leg. So it's better to stay alert while exploring the lovely but dangerous Amazonian waters. No one wants to be a dinner for the sharks. Number 14, the electric eel. Consider diving into the Amazon, where the danger comes in the shape of the electric eel. This mesmerizing eel is bound to captivate you with its extraordinary powers. The electric eel is unique as it is a freshwater resident. What is genuinely amazing is its ability to create electricity, up to a stunning 860 volts. How do they pull off such a high voltage? Well, they have 3 pairs of abdominal organs known as electrolytes, which operate as natural electrical generators. While deadly attacks on humans are uncommon, the electric eel's electric shock can render a person unconscious long enough to put them at risk of drowning. An incident took place when Dror and his friend set out on a voyage to a lake where they had previously fished. They had no idea that their decision would have such fatal consequences. Drower's companion stood at the water's edge, holding the net, ready to toss it out. All of a sudden, he was brutally pulled beneath the surface, disappearing from sight. In shock and fear, Drower saw a thing emerge from the water and coil around his friend's head. He used his spear to scare it away. Despite their efforts, Drower's friend's lifeless body was rescued from the river. Drower believes he saw an electric eel which he believes was responsible for the unfortunate incident. Unfortunately, he can't prove it. Number 13. The harpy eagle. The harpy eagle is one of the most terrifying birds. It is named after the mythical harpy creature and is the largest raptor found in South American jungles. Its large beak and claws, which are equivalent to those of a bear, make it one of the most dangerous animals in the Amazon jungle. The harpy eagle is a true raptor giant, with its massive stature and a remarkable wingspan of up to 7.5 feet. Its 5-inch-long sharp claws are perfectly designed for snatching sloths, monkeys, squirrels, opossums, and smaller birds from the treetops. But you won't believe it when we tell you that this powerful predator can also catch larger prey such as armadillos, anteaters, coatis, and, believe it or not, capybaras and deer. It's no surprise that these enormous birds are capable of kidnapping children, though mercifully, no examples have been reported. However, in the Orinoco rainforest, BBC filmmakers sought to capture unseen footage of the harpy eagle, known for hunting monkeys. Cameraman James Aldred faced a harrowing attack while trying to film the eagle's nest. Despite the danger, the team persisted, uncovering the eagle's canopy-dwelling habits. The female harpy eagle's incredible strength and intelligence amazed the filmmakers, highlighting its ability to catch its monkey prey. So, if it can easily eat monkeys for lunch, then it can surely try out some human toddlers too. Number 12. Eyelash viper. The eye-catching eyelash viper is a venomous reptile belonging to the pit viper family. They are named eyelash vipers because of the deceiving beauty they radiate with their stunning scales over their eyes that resemble long, delicate lashes. But beneath this beauty is a lethal predator armed with strong venom. The Amazon rainforest, as well as different locations in Central and South America, are home to the eyelash viper. However, its tolerance to many ecosystems, from deep rainforests to cloud forests and even plantations, makes it a versatile predator capable of prospering in a wide range of habitats. Its extraordinarily brilliant colors allow it to blend in with its environment so that no one can spot it attacking. If we take a look at the remarkable ambush attacks of this predator, we can marvel at how practically undetectable it is to its unsuspecting victims. Such a victim of a pit viper attack was a 10-year-old boy belonging to a remote community within the Talamanca region. He was playing in the safety of his own backyard when, in a split second, a fer-de-lance snake struck out, delivering a vicious bite to the boy's left cheek. Panic swept through the community as they desperately called for help, but fate had other plans. The sole ambulance and paramedic team was already responding to another call for help. As time was running out, the boy bravely fought against the venom coursing through his veins. Unfortunately, precious hours passed before he reached the hospital, and by then, it was too late. The assistant director of the hospital shared the devastating news. The venom had caused severe internal hemorrhaging, leaving the boy's fate sealed. Number 11. Brazilian wandering spider. The Brazilian wandering spider is the most deadly arachnid on the planet. These predators stalk the jungle floor at night, seeking down their prey, unlike normal spiders that spin intricate webs. However, be aware that during the day, these sly spiders seek sanctuary in a variety of hiding places, including the unwary banana plant. The small size of the Brazilian wandering spider makes it even more difficult to identify, increasing the likelihood of a deadly encounter. For years, this dangerous predator's bites took many lives, with no antidote available until the year 1996. Their venom is extremely painful, causing significant inflammation and possibly loss of muscular control. In the worst-case scenario, sufferers could suffer respiratory paralysis, which would be disastrous. In an interview, Clint spoke with Ronald, a man who had a horrific encounter with a Brazilian wandering spider. Ronald was bitten by a poisonous spider 6 months ago while changing a light bulb. He immediately felt great pain, and his hand, as well as the veins in his arms, began to bulge. His heart rate increased, and he became weak, losing his capacity to walk. He was rushed to a hospital for anti-venom treatment, but they had to seek clearance first because he was part of a study. One of the strange adverse effects was a 2-day extended erection. Ronald healed after 5 days of treatment, although he lost feeling in his hand for a week. He warns people to be cautious of such spiders. Hence, their bites should be dealt with seriously. Number 10. The assassin bugs. The assassin bugs are cunning assailants who roam the Amazon jungle. They are distinguished by their trunk-like proboscis, instilling fear in their target by injecting deadly saliva, causing their victims' organs to melt from the inside out. Other bugs in the Amazon rainforest, no matter how big or small, are no match for these expert hunters. What about the threat they bring to humans? While the majority of assassin bugs do not pose a substantial threat to humanity, the larger ones can administer a nasty bite. One subfamily, however, must be avoided at all costs: kissing bugs, often known as cone-nose bugs. This is not a kiss you desire. These deceptively lethal insects can transmit Chagas disease, resulting in a staggering 12,500 deaths each year. So you should keep your lips safe while exploring the Amazon. Number 9. The ARAPAIMA. The ARAPAIMA, often known as the Amazon dinosaur fish, can be found in the Amazon River's depths. The ARAPAIMA is one of the largest predatory freshwater fish on the planet, reaching an average length of 2 meters and weighing hundreds of kilograms. Some examples have even exceeded 15 feet in length. With its strong armor-like scales, this enormous fish is resilient to the famed piranhas that frequent the waters it inhabits. It is a powerful predator with sharp teeth that kills not only fish and crustaceans, but also tiny land creatures near the beach. The ARAPAIMA, unlike many of the other creatures on our list, does not represent a direct threat to people. However, because it is a key food source for indigenous tribes, it is at risk of being hunted by humans. We do know that Jeremy Wade's closest encounter with death was when he was trying to net an ARAPAIMA in the Amazon. The fish suddenly hit him in the chest, almost at the sternum. He narrates that he could feel it even after 6 weeks, so much so that the Brazilian government has taken steps to safeguard them by prohibiting commercial ARAPAIMA fishing. The ARAPAIMA are very feared in the Amazon, owing to the local Amazonian folklore. An evil spirit inhabits the body of a large, scaly fish capable of torpedo-style strikes, rushing out of the water to knock down unwary fishermen, according to the legend. We don't know much about the legend. However, these carnivorous fish should still be avoided. Number 8. The tree boas. The tree boas are a unique group of snakes in the Amazon jungle that should never be underestimated. While not poisonous, these large snakes can lead to serious hazards. With the potential to suffocate their prey, you should remain cautious when approaching them. Furthermore, their larger teeth can allow severe bites, making them just as dangerous as their venomous relatives. The Amazon tree boa is recognized for its anger, as are the vivid green emerald tree boa, the captivating glossy rainbow boa, and the giant boa constrictor. These snakes can reach lengths of up to 13 feet. When it comes to boa constrictors, they are among the world's largest snakes and are regarded as one of the most dangerous species in the Amazon. Their method of murdering via constriction is both effective and terrifying. However, these amazing creatures primarily consume smaller animals such as rabbits and deer. But during the dry season, their hostility increases, and they are capable of attacking anything in their path for food. Hunger makes them way too aggressive. So as you go through the Amazonian depths, keep an eye out for the threats resting among the trees. Number 7. The giant yellow-legged centipede. A terrifying predator hides in the wild depths of the Amazon jungle. The Peruvian big yellow-legged centipede. This captivating arthropod is almost 30 centimeters long. It also has an incredible diet, as it preys on a wide variety of creatures. From tiny invertebrates to larger-than-life species such as lizards, snakes, frogs, mice, bats, and even sparrow-sized birds, nothing escapes this fearsome hunter. But how can this centipede overpower its prey? Introducing its secret weapon, forcipules, which are modified legs. These sharp appendages allow the centipede to puncture its prey's body and inject venom directly into the bloodstream. It's a devastating mix that assures the prey has little opportunity of escaping. Even more amazing is the centipede's ability to effortlessly scale cave ceilings. Once there, it can hold and manipulate its prey, replicating bat hunting skills. However, as enthralling as this species is, it is a serious threat to both animals and humans. In a terrifying occurrence, a young man was nearly killed after this centipede bit his finger. Surprisingly, the victim was a 22-year-old man in good health. Despite the lack of cardiac risk factors, the man had a heart attack, which experts believe was caused by the deadly centipede bite. Another victim suffering serious outcomes was a 4-year-old human toddler who was bitten by a deadly centipede. Without question, its lethal abilities and predatory abilities make it a deadly creature worthy of fear. Number 6. Tarantula. In the Amazon rainforest, you might come across a tarantula, the world's largest spider. These arachnids have gigantic bodies that are easily identified by their black and brown barbed hair. The hair gives them a fuzzy and frightening appearance. But don't worry, tarantulas are significantly less dangerous than they appear. While they may appear frightening, their bites are not venomous and represent no long-term hazard to people. In reality, a tarantula bite is similar to a bee or wasp sting, which, while uncomfortable, is not fatal. But don't come too close. Their body hair can be extremely irritating to human skin, causing discomfort if they come into touch with it. Attacks on humans are rarely recorded, however, a team of biologists witnessed a rare predator-prey interaction. A dinner plate-sized tarantula dragging a defenseless baby opossum over the forest floor. Captivated by it, they documented the terrifying occurrence on camera. The little opossum battled desperately to free itself from the grips of the giant tarantula, but its attempts were unsuccessful. The struggling eventually ceased, and the tarantula was ready to feast. This amazing encounter makes the tarantula quite deadly. If it can take a possum down, it can attack humans too. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. Here, an image captured of a huge snake from the deep Amazon jungle. But actually a lot of things about this snake seem terrifying. It seems to be a hybrid between a cobra with its sharp fangs and flat head and an anaconda with its monstrous size. Does that mean that these animals are capable of mutating or perhaps crossbreeding into such terrifying monsters? If yes, who knows what other monstrosities might be waiting to emerge from the depths of the jungle? Let us know your thoughts below. Number 5. The giant otters. Giant otters, also known as the river wolves, are not only the world's largest otters, but also one of the most effective killers in the rainforest. The Amazon River and its surrounding waterways are home to these extraordinary predators that, despite having an adorable look, are aggressive killers. In reality, it is one of the largest mammals in South America, reaching lengths of up to 2 meters that is nearly 6 feet from head to tail. The giant otters can surprise you with their strong hunting abilities. Working in family groups of 3 to 8 members, They have been known to take on one of the most ferocious opponents, such as anacondas and caimans. You can easily witness a bunch of otters working together to seize the back of a caiman's neck. They make sure the caiman is weakened due to lactic acid buildup. Then they drag it to the land and eat it alive. If the giant otters can take down a caiman, humans are no match for them. Number 4. The South American rattlesnake. Among the many poisonous snakes that roam in the Amazon jungle, the South American rattlesnake stands out. It is one of the deadliest pit viper species. They coil up and hiss as a warning indication when threatened before biting. In the dense jungles of Brazil, a tragic encounter unfolded. A 34-year-old man, working near the Guyana border, found himself face to face with a deadly rattlesnake. As the venomous serpent struck without warning, its fangs sank deep into the man's left ankle, injecting its deadly venom. The man immediately felt excruciating pain, but little did he know that this was just the beginning of his nightmare. He rushed to seek help at a remote hospital in Lethem, Guyana, 3 agonizing hours after the fateful bite. Upon admission, the venom's sinister effects started to take hold. The man experienced moderate local pain, a dry mouth and blurred vision. The venom's neurotoxic properties soon became apparent as he displayed terrifying signs: ptosis, drooling of saliva, and a creeping sense of sluggishness. Despite the medical team's desperate efforts, the man's condition worsened. His body struggled to fight the venom's powerful grip, leading to repeated cardiac arrests. Soon his fate was sealed and he passed away. This tragic tale serves as a reminder of the lurking dangers in the untamed wilderness. Number 3. Vampire bats. In the nocturnal world of the Amazon jungle, some blood-feeding creatures have fascinated and frightened humans for centuries. Found in Mexico, Central and South America, vampire bats are like most other bats, nocturnal beings who come out at night in search of blood, their sole source of food. While they often feed on horses and cattle, they are known to drink human blood too. Don't worry though, their bites aren't painful. However, the bite site can get infected. These vampire bats are known to be carriers of rabies, which can be life-threatening for humans. A horrible tragedy occurred in Peru's Amazon rainforest when rabid vampire bats attacked the Wampis and Nawajun communities in the Chondracrania region. At least 5 innocent children from 5 to 10 years old were killed by these nocturnal demons. Dr. Fernando Borjas detailed the dire circumstances that medical professionals faced as they raced against time to contain the outbreak. The rabies outbreak has been going on for months, fueled by vampire bats preying on unprotected people. The settlements deep within the Amazon were geographically isolated, making medical assistance difficult to obtain. Children from the Wampis and Awaji villages were sadly killed by these vampire bats. Over 3,500 bat bites have been reported in only 1 week due to the terrifying outbreak, with a staggering death toll of at least 20 individuals. Number 2. The poison dart frog. The poison dart frog is a unique combination of both beauty and danger. These beautifully colored little frogs have a terrible secret that will astound you. Despite their allure, poison dart frogs are among the most dangerous organisms on the planet. These species contain venom capable of killing 10 adult humans. Did you know they got their name from the indigenous hunters who hunted animals and opponents with toxin-coated darts and arrows? Hence, animals aren't the only source of fear in the Amazon jungle. The indigenous humans are terrifying to their fellow humans and even animals. For example, the Katari River is an isolated group from Brazil deep in the Amazon forest. They are far from civilization and regard every human entering the forest as an enemy. They won't ask any questions but go ahead and kill you. Rayleigh was an unfortunate victim who worked for Brazil's indigenous agency. He was tasked with monitoring the area and reporting back to the agency when the indigenous people spotted him and the police. They started shooting their arrows. The rest of the crew took cover, but Rayleigh couldn't find a place to hide, so the arrows hit him and he fell to the ground. There is often little chance to survive these poison-coated arrows. However, Rayleigh had no chance at all since the arrow went through his chest. This tribe is constantly on the defense because they will not accept any type of intrusion at all. Number 1. Not-so-ordinary mosquitoes. Even the smallest creatures in the Amazon's untamed environment can make a lasting impression on those who dare to explore its amazing splendor. Despite their small size, these buzzing insects are among the most hazardous organisms in this lush rainforest. Mosquitoes are experts of survival, flourishing in the Amazon's hot and humid tropical environments. With such a diverse host population, they become vectors for illnesses such as malaria and yellow fever, transforming a harmless bite into a potentially fatal encounter. But what is it about these small insects that make them so lethal? They quietly sneak up on unsuspecting victims and leave itchy souvenirs behind. As if that weren't enough, they may spread deadly diseases that have afflicted civilization for generations. Exploring the Amazon? Prepare for a natural war. Tourists are advised to take necessary steps to fend off these stubborn assailants. A yellow fever vaccination is required, providing an important safeguard against the potentially lethal effects of mosquito-borne infections. Furthermore, preparing oneself with mosquito-repellent creams and other preventive measures is essential for surviving this small but potent threat. It's impossible to tell what diseases their buzzing wings are carrying. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.